So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. And he's had it nicked away. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Jordan Henderson. That's a cute ball. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Rijkaard. And it's Hakimi. Now it's Bale. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a searching pass. Nuno Mendes. Now he's off and running. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And it's Doué. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And this is Nakata. It's Nakata! Goal! River Plate! A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
River Plate have taken the lead.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this, or...
Can he finish? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
River Plate with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Cleared without hesitation. Henderson. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. That's a throw. Ah, he's given it away. Mbappe. Rijkaard deals with that comfortably.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
That's a pretty loose pass. Can he get it through? And he can clear it away. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking.
Oh, shooting chance! It's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Romario demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now there's a fine ball. Mateus! Goal! River Plate! And they're back in front. Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
Oh, what a hit, Peter. And there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured. It was simply inch perfect.
River Plate go into the lead. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Now it's Mbappe. Marquinhos. And the shot! Gattuso. Now that looks a decent ball. Mateus to Henderson, and that was nowhere near his best. Bale. And the half-time whistle goes. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
And we are back underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without...
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Great chance here from position A1.
Well, it's quite simple. They have the best man for the job on it.
Bale! That is some save from Khan! Romario with the short one. And here's Romario. And it's Hakimi. And he's cut it out. River Plate are looking to go forward now. Mbappe! Big chance! And he hits the net! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is...
Chance, surely! Doué.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir up.
He's going for goal! Just off target.
Mateus just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
River Plate are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Chance for a shot! And it's there! And they are cruising away. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. So now the difference is 3.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Marquinhos. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bout of passing here, really easy. It's Basho! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Rijkaard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Bale. Doué, who's set up one goal so far. Looking for the run. He's having a shot! Corner number 2 then. And that has been knocked clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Now, can they get him away? This is Romario. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Nice looking ball. Not the most accurate pass. Doué. Kukçu. Roberto Baggio. And it's Iniesta. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Looking to play him in. Now that's well seen too. Rijkaard. And it's Doué. Gattuso. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now this could be a chance. Iniesta. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played. Well,
real chance! It's in! And they are right back within touch!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Shapes to shoot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Calafiori got a long way forward to join the attack. Now it's Romario. And the through ball. And this is Nakata. Referee has just said play on. Calafiori is onto it in a flash. Kukçu. Dink through. Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. 4 added minutes on the board. That's that, the end. River Plate were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, River Plate have always been considered the uptown club amongst those in the Argentine capital, but the supporters, believe me, are no less passionate or loud. So we're up and running.
Well, Peter, at this stage we often focus on the creative and goal-scoring talent, but I'm going to mention a defender in Lilian Thuram. As good as they come for me, very strong and athletic and competent in every other department you care to mention.
Just about the perfect defensive specimen.
Yeah, and I think often underrated.
Zubimendi. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. De Jong. Now Fiore. Aimed beyond the defence. And this is Totti. Can he finish?
There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? And this is Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
River Plate are looking to go forward now. Looking to play him in. And he's cut it out. And here's Totti. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Oh, Cristiano Ronaldo! It's hit the upright. Platini is always looking to break lines. Tries to pass it through. Hoist it in. And that should get the job done. River Plate, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. He has a look up. Now, who's going to be first to this? Now he wants to get in on the act here. So, third corner of the game. Doué is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. And it's Neymar. Lovely pass, but can he get... And the finish! Well, now it's a race for the ball, and that was nowhere near his best. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Doué. Romario. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Fiore tries to play it through. He's given the time to pick a pass. That is good strength. Van de Ven. And it's Romario. Good ball, good take.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now that looks a decent ball. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, what a mistake! Good chance here! Ambitious, but just off target.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Looking for options for movement. Tries a shot! Goal! And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now. Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Knocks it into... There's the shot! He's scored! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So that's 2 now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Chance for a shot! Cleared without complication. Gattuso. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
River Plate really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players. Otherwise, this one's as good as done.
There's the start of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Fiore. That's tidy. Now this could be a chance. And a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So their 4th corner of the game. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence.